Hello and good morning students. Good to see you in this 54th lecture of English grammar. In the previous lecture we acknowledged ourselves with the understanding and the knowledge of modal auxiliaries. We learned about quite a few of them and its uses. So today in this lecture we will first of all quickly recapitulate those modal auxiliaries that we learned and then do the practice exercises or the exercises given to us in our text. So let's get started. To begin or to recapitulate in the you know section, we understood about the modal auxiliary words like shall and will and its different uses. Well, in the let's learn section we learned about should and would. We also looked into would as different uses and should as different uses, followed by the word must, and then we understood the word ought used with the preposition to. We also learned about ought to have and ought not to have, and finally we learned about the modal auxiliaries, that is need, need not and dare. Well, I hope the understanding was clear by now. Today we will be starting with the first exercise given to us on page number 115, exercise A, where you will be given an instruction to fill in the blanks with the modal auxiliaries will or shall. So you have to make a choice wisely among these two words, between the two words, that is will and shall. So let's start and do this exercise together and acknowledge ourselves. Exercise A. Use will or shall to fill in the blanks in the following sentences. First sentence, dash I carry this bag for you. So here you are asking a question over here. Here the sentence is an interrogative sentence and we need to fill up either will or shall. So we'll have to think about it for a moment what it is actually, or analyze the thing. Dash I carry this bag for you. So you are asking a question. So what would be the appropriate one, will or shall? Well, easily you should be able to find out that shall would be the answer over here because it has the first person singular. Will I carry this bag for you? If you write the word will over there, you may not be asking a question. Perhaps you may be expressing a doubt. Will I carry this bag for you? So am I going to carry this bag for you? You are instead asking a doubtful question. But here you don't mean to say that. You mean to say that do you want me to carry this bag for you? Shall I do this for you? So you are asking a person. Therefore, we need to write the word shall and not will. Shall I carry this bag for you? And do not write the word will. The next one, dash the messenger wait for the reply. Once again we are asking a question. It's an interrogative statement, interrogative sentence. Dash the messenger wait for the reply. Here you are expressing a doubt. You're not saying something. You are not asking someone that shall I do this for you? No. Instead, you are expressing a doubtful situation that Is the messenger going to wait? Does he have that much of time to wait that I write my reply or I give my reply? Well, therefore, we will be using the word will and not shall. So we have two interrogative questions. One had the word shall and next had the word will. Think about it and understand and write. Will the messenger wait for the reply? So you are expressing a doubt over here. Is the messenger going to wait that long till the time I give reply? And in the first one, shall I carry this bag for you? You are simply wanting to know that do you want the person to carry the bag for you or not. So be careful. Side by side you got 1 and 2. So in both these two, you will be understanding when to use will and when to use shall. This was just the first two to make a beginning. Let's see the third one. The filter dash work well and not give you any trouble. So here in this statement, you can see what is being said. The filter dash work well. The filter will work well or shall work well. Well, two options what we have left over with. That's the only thing we have to do, make a proper choice. But before that, we need to understand the sentence, what is being said over here. The filter dash work well. Say the mechanic came or the filter repairer came and he repaired it or did the necessary thing, and now the person is saying, or anybody who has done the work with the filter is saying that the filter dash work well. He is assuring you, he is giving you a certainty, he is giving you an assurance that it will definitely work well and not give you any trouble. For that, we will use the word of compulsion and not the word of shall over here. Well, shall can be used as a command word. Will shows a compulsion, giving you an assurity over here, certainty that it will definitely work well, it will not give you trouble. So I will not be writing shall, I am writing will over here. The filter will work well and don't write the filter shall work well. Fourth one. He dash be talking all the time without doing anything. He dash be talking all the time without doing anything. So once again this sentence you got to apply will or shall. He dash be talking, he will be talking. You are sure about someone's nature, someone's behavior, therefore you are not saying he shall be talking. You are expressing over here a kind of certainty over here that you are very well aware of the person's nature. So he will be talking all the time without doing anything. Therefore the word will is to be applied over here and not shall. Fifth one. Dash, you come with me. Question being asked over here. Dash, you come with me. So you are wanting to know from someone that is the person going to come with you, but how are we going to ask that question? Will or shall? Again the same question. Will you come with me? So you are having a reluctance and then you are asking, does the person have the time to accompany you? So you are not saying shall you come with me, but you will say will you come with me, and you will not write the word shall. We will be inserting the appropriate one, that is will. Will you come with me? Make this a correct statement. Sixth one. Tell him that he dash never repeat that mistake. See how boldly is being said. Tell him So you are telling someone to convey the message that the mistake should not be repeated. So kind of command being given over here. Tell him that dash never repeat that mistake. So someone having committed a mistake is being asked not to repeat the mistake by someone else. So it's a kind of message being converted to the third person. Tell him that he shall never repeat that mistake. So here we will be writing the word shall and not will, because shall indicates a kind of command being expressed over here. So let's write the word shall. Tell him that he shall, a commanding auxiliary over here. Tell him that he shall never repeat that mistake. Shall indicates a kind of command in comparison to will. Seventh one. Dash you lend me your dictionary. So question being asked over here. Will you lend me your dictionary? So you are trying to find out whether a person is willing or not. A kind of willingness being expressed over here. So dash you lend me your dictionary. So question being asked over here. So we will be inserting the auxiliary verb will and not shall by saying shall you lend me? No. You will write will you. Will you lend me your dictionary? The eighth sentence. Dash you be kind enough to lend me your card. Dash you be kind enough. A similar sentence what we just wrote in the seventh one. Let's write the question followed by the answer. So once again, dash you lend me, dash you be kind enough to lend me your car. So once again you are trying to know the willingness of someone. Therefore, we have no other option except will. So out of the two options given, will is the appropriate one and not shall. 9 and 10, two more remaining. Ninth sentence. On receiving your appointment letter, you dash leave for Mumbai at once. So what can you see in this sentence? You will find, if you read this carefully, on receiving your appointment letter, you dash leave for Mumbai at once. So a command being given over here. You have been instructed to leave for Mumbai no sooner than you get your appointment letter. So we will insert the appropriate auxiliary, that is shall. On receiving your appointment letter, you shall leave. So here you will have to write the word shall and not will in the ninth sentence. You shall leave for Mumbai at once. A command being expressed over here. 10th one. Dash I switch the the air conditioner on, dash, I switch the air conditioner on. So you are asking for permission over here. Dash, I switch the air conditioner on. So asking permission over here, and we say, will I switch the air conditioner on? So you are not expressing any doubtful situation over here by saying, will I switch the, do I have the ability to switch or something like that? No, you are not saying will, you should say shall I, because you want to seek permission from someone. So in order to seek permission in this sentence, we will be required to write the auxiliary verb shall and not will. Well, this was the first exercise A. Let us now get into the second exercise, exercise B. Fill in the blanks with should or would. The first one has been done for you as an example. So let us now start writing. First sentence, I took an umbrella so that I dash not get wet. Well, the answer given to you in the example sentence is would. Well, I hope you would have understood why would is written over it, why not should. Still, let us have a little discussion about this. See the words over there, so that, and we had the rule over here when we read about it, that when you have the expression or to express purpose and result in the clauses introduced in order that and so that, we make use of the modal auxiliary verb would. So here you can see we have the word so that. I took an umbrella. Why? As a result, to express a result or to express a kind of purpose. What was the purpose of taking the umbrella? So that you do not get wet. So we have, or the example is given as the answer would. I took an umbrella so that I would not get wet, which is an appropriate word. Let us now test ourselves. Next one, you dash have done your best. Dash have done your best. So what are you trying to say over here? You are telling someone, or someone is being instructed that the person should have done his best efforts. So a kind of moral obligation is being expressed over there. Hence, we will be writing the modal auxiliary should and not would. So let us write the answer. You should have done your best. You are ought to do your best. Or you are expected to do your best. Therefore, the word will be should. You should have done your best. The next one, number 3. Dash, you mind waiting here until I return? A question being asked. Dash, you mind waiting here until I return? So, a question being asked, dash you mind waiting here until I return? So you're trying to know the wish of someone, whether the person would be waiting till you are back. So we will have to insert the word would and not should. We cannot say should you mind. You are not asking someone to mind. You are trying to know the wish of the person, or trying to find out whether the person is ready to wait or not. Well, so the answer would be would you mind. Let's insert the word would, the auxiliary verb. The fourth one. In those days, after lunch, she dash usually have a cup of coffee. So in those days, we are talking about some time in the past. Be very careful when you write the auxiliary verb, making a choice between would and should. Think about the sentence carefully. Let's write the sentence. In those days, after lunch, she dash usually have a cup of coffee. So let us write the answer would or should. So we are talking about something about the past. In those days, after lunch, she would usually, she was in a habit of having. So when you are talking about or expressing a past habit, we make use of the word or the modal auxiliary would. If you carefully observe on page number 113 given to you, the uses, you will find the fourth expression over there to express past habit. After lunch, he would generally take a short nap, the example sentence. So similarly, we have a sentence over here. In those days after lunch, she would usually have a cup of coffee. Well, that's the answer. Next one, number 5. He worked hard lest he dash fail again. He worked hard lest he dash fail again. If you have a careful look on page number 113, you will find the use of the word should given to you with regards to the word lest. When you make use of the word lest in a sentence after lest to express a negative purpose, we make use of the word or the modal auxiliary should. So the answer will be should over here. Let us write the question and then followed by the answer. He worked hard in order not to fail, lest he dash fail again. The answer is should. He worked hard lest he should fail again and not would fail again. The next one, number 6. Do you think he dash protest? So a question being asked over here once again. Do you think he dash protest? You are trying to ask a question and find out whether the person would be protesting or not, would be standing against you or not. So do you think he should protest? So you are expressing the idea over here. Do you think, do you have the idea or thought in your mind that he should do this kind of an act he should be protesting. So we will be writing the word should. Do you think he should protest? So you are trying to express that is it advisable for the person to protest? You think about what wrong happened to him and then he should protest. The seventh one, he dash not listen to anyone. He dash not listen to anyone. Well, we're trying to say over here that he was not ready to listen to anyone. At no cost he would listen to anyone. So you'll have to fill up the word he would not listen to anyone to express a kind of a refusal or a denial or a disapproval. If you carefully see on page number 112, you will find one of the expressions with the word would over here, that is on page 113, in the negative way to indicate refusal. She wouldn't answer my questions, the wound wouldn't heal, she wouldn't listen to me. So similarly we have the sentence over here, he would not or would not listen to anyone. So we will insert the word would. The next one, number 8, he dash not have come unless someone had invited him. He dash not have come So here you can see he dash not have come unless someone invited him. If you look into the page 112, you will find the word should expressing a negative or a disapproval of something. You shouldn't have laughed at her mistake, or you shouldn't have given the child. So something expressing over here a negativity over here by saying that this was not or he would not have come unless someone had invited him. So we will be writing the word should over here. He shouldn't or should not have come. He was not expected to come, or he would not come unless someone had invited him. He shouldn't have come. He was not supposed to come unless and until he was invited. Despite of that, he came. The next one, number 9. We put up a fence so that we dash have some privacy. Well, the answer for this is we put up a fence so that, again you see the word so that, we came across this word in the very first sentence. I took an umbrella so that, as a purpose or as a result. So again we have a similar sentence over here, we put up a fence so that we would have some privacy. The answer is would and not should. Let's write the answer. So that we would have some privacy. The 10th one, the last one in this exercise. He dash like to know what time he may call on you. So expressing a wish over here. He wanted to know He would like to know. He dash like to know what time he may call on you. So the answer would be word would. He would like to know, expressing a wish or a desire. Well, these were the 10 sentences in exercise B. Next we have fill in the blanks with suitable modal auxiliaries. Well, so we do not have the restriction of will, shall, should or would. We have all 10 sentences where we are supposed to insert appropriate modal auxiliary verbs. Let us do this exercise together. First one, he dash drown if no one saves him. He dash drown if no one saves him. So, what are we trying to express? We are trying to express that a person will drown in the water if no one helps him or saves him. So he will drown. Definitely it will happen if he is not saved by someone. So we are expressing a kind of a strong certainty over here that it will happen if somebody does not save him because he does not know how to swim. So we will insert the modal auxiliary will over here. He will drown if no one saves him. Let us insert the word. Second sentence. We dash not take such a risk. We dash not take such a risk. So an advice being given over here, we dash not take such a risk means we are advised or we are discussing not to take such a risk. We should not take such a risk. Therefore, the word that we need to insert over here is the modal auxiliary should. We should not take such a risk. If you use the trial and error method by inserting any other word over here, it will again help you to derive the correct word. For example, if you say, we will not take such a risk, so you are just compelling and saying that you will not be taking such a risk over it. But here you are advising, we should not take such a risk. You are taking up that stand over here. Third one, my sister loves dolls. I dash to get one for her. Well, let us write this down. So what are we seeing over here? My sister loves doll is one sentence trying to express the desire or the wish or a kind of thing that the sister loves. So you're just expressing in the first sentence that my sister loves her. But what about that? In the next sentence it's being said, I dash to get one for her. So it's very important. It's obligatory. It's my moral obligation to get one for her because she loves it. So we'll have to use a word, a modal auxiliary which suits over here. Well, looking into the framing of the sentence, what comes to your mind with regards to the preposition to? I must get. No, if you write I must get one for her because it's compulsion. It is something. But the word to is a kind of hindrance over here. Therefore, if the word to wasn't there, you would have written I must get one for her. But because we have the word to, we'll have to think about an appropriate modal auxiliary, and that is nothing else but the word ought, O-U-G-H-T, ought, which we learned in the explanation part. So my sister loves dolls. I ought to get one for her. Because the word to is already given to us, we will simply insert the word ought. I ought to get one for her. It is my moral obligation to get one for her because she loves dolls. The next one, number 4. I don't know whether he dash complete the task. Trying to express some uncertainty over here. I don't know whether the person will complete the task or not. So I don't know whether he can complete the task. So trying to show the ability of someone. Uncertainty, but with regards to the ability of someone. I don't know whether he can complete or cannot complete. So what are we expressing over here? An uncertainty about the ability of a person. Therefore, we will insert the word can. I do not know, I don't know whether he can complete the task. The next one, number 5. You dash not worry. We won't get lost. Let us write this first. You dash not worry. Then the pause over here. We won't get lost. Well, what is being expressed over here? You're trying to tell someone that you are required not to worry. You are saying that you must not worry. A compulsion being shown over here. As you see on page 114, must is used to express compulsion or strong moral obligation. Clear? Or to express a fixed determination. You must not get worried. You mustn't worry. Okay? You are not required to worry. Therefore, we are telling someone not to get worried by using the word must, which is the modal auxiliary verb. You must not worry. We won't get lost. The next one, number 6. He dash has gone to the conference, or he would have been in the office by now. Let's write a long sentence. He dash have gone So what are we expressing over here? We are trying to say that he dash have gone. So we are trying to say over here that definitely, certainly he would have gone to the conference. Otherwise, he would have been in the office by this time. And in the bracket, you've been given the word a strong auxiliary. So we were supposed to select a word expressing a strong possibility of certainty. So you are certain that he must have gone to the conference, otherwise he would have been over here. To express strong possibility, we will be using the word must once again. So we can say he must have gone, definitely he must have gone to the conference, otherwise he would have been in the office by this time. So let's write the word must. He must have gone. You don't say he should have gone or he would have gone, because would be expressing an uncertainty, not a surety or certainty. Here we are trying to express certainty. Definitely he must have gone. Therefore, must is the required word over here. Number 7. I am confident that my daughter dash get a scholarship. So you are showing a strong confidence over here about the future certainty, that in future your daughter will get a strong or get a scholarship. I am confident that my daughter will get. So you are sure about the future happening, therefore you will insert the word will, which is a modal auxiliary required over here. I am confident that my daughter will get in the future, will get a scholarship. So will is the appropriate word. The 8th one, she dash not talk to me like that. Well, see, write it down first. The 8th one, she dash not talk to me like that. So you are expressing, or the sentence expresses the idea that someone is not allowed to talk to the person like that. Therefore, we need a strong obligation over here, a strong moral obligation word over here, and it is must once again. She must not talk to me like that. That is what you are trying to say in this sentence. You are not allowed to talk to me like that. Therefore, must is the appropriate word, needs to be inserted in this line. Moving ahead, next one, number 9. She dash not write all the essays, but she dash write the last 2. So we have 2 blanks to fill up over here. So what is being expressed over here in this sentence? The person she is being told not to write all the essays, but in continuation it is being said that she dash write the last 2. Last 2 is required to be written. So here it is a matter about requirement. Therefore, if you put your hands on the page number 115, you will get the word need and need not. Well, the requirement and not a requirement. As a modal auxiliary, need is used only in the negative and interrogative, and again need not with a perfect infinitive and may be referred to as the past. So we had a similar sentence over here as well. Let us use the word need and need not accordingly, whatever is required. So she need not write all the essays. She is not required to write all the essays. So we like to fill up the blank by writing need not. So not is already given to us. She need not, a refusal, a kind of negative being said over here. She need not write all the essays, but she, or we can write over here she can or she must. Either of the two can be used. She can write, expressing that she can write. Okay, she can write if she wants to write. So she can write the last two, or she must write. So we can have two options over here. Alternatively, can and must. She can write only the last two, or she must write. Depends what is being said over here. Well, if you are giving a choice, then it's can. If you are giving a compulsion and only last two are to be written, then must. So in this manner, we have finished the line 1. The last one in this exercise, your essay is full of mistakes. You dash to be more careful. Let's write a long sentence. Well, let us say this. We have two blanks to fill up. Your essay is full of mistakes. A simple statement being said, and then further you being instructed, advised, or said, you dash to be more careful. You are required, you are needed to be more careful. Well, the word that we will be requiring or we will be inserting is not just the word need, but it's a kind of strong moral obligation, and the word is ought. You ought to be. It is your moral duty to be more careful. Therefore, we will insert the word you ought to be. You are required to be. You ought to be more careful. You dash do much better if you tried harder. You have the ability. So the word showing ability will be you can. But we write the past over here. You could do much better if you, or you could do much better if you tried harder, because we have past over here. Therefore, we are not writing can over here. We will be writing could. You could do much better if you tried harder, because the time has passed by. So, not to write can do, but write could do. You could do much better if you tried harder. Well, that is how we have completed the 10 sentences in exercise C. We have yet another exercise on page number 117. Let us go through it and then perform it together. Rewrite each of the following sentences without changing the meaning. Follow the instructions given in the brackets, and the first one has been done for our example. So let us do this together. The first one, it is our duty to love our neighbors, and the word given to use is the word ought. Let's write it down. Let's use the word ought and rewrite the sentence as given to us in the example. Have a careful look. It is our duty to love our neighbors. Well, we are replacing and writing, we ought to love our neighbors. Only the instruction was given to us that it is our duty to love our neighbors. So we'll have to modify the sentence as given in the example. We ought to love our neighbor. It is our moral obligation to love our. So you see the changes that have come about in that answer sentence over there. It is our duty changes to we ought to. So we need to make similar changes as and when required in the upcoming sentences. Let's write the example sentence. Next one. Please close the window, and the bracket has been given. Begin with the word would you. So we already have the assistance over here how to start or begin the sentence with the modal auxiliary verb given to us. Please close the window, and then we have would you to start with. Let's write it down. Let's start with the word would you. Then so we already have the auxiliary given to us would you, and then what should we writing over here? Would you please close the window, and then a question mark without fail. It's a polite request. Would you please, or a polite question I would say. Would you please close the window, and then question mark. That will be the second answer. Let's do the third one. It was her duty to obey her teacher, and the words given in the bracket is use ought to have. Well, we have to make use of the modal auxiliary ought to have in order to write the answer. Let us write the question and then discuss the answer. For the answer, we will begin or we will use the word ought to have. The sentence is, it was her duty to obey her teacher. So you see the word duty and with relation to the word ought to have. And it's a girl, so we will be starting with the word she, which is a pronoun. So it was her duty, as it is referring to a girl over here, a female person over here, we will be starting with the word she. She ought to have obeyed her teacher. She ought to have obeyed. So have a look over here. The word obey is now being changed to obeyed. That is the requirement over here, changing to the past tense. She ought to have obeyed her teacher. The next one, number 4. it is not necessary for her to answer all the questions. Begin with the modal auxiliary she needed. So let's see how we will write this. Let's begin with the word she need as given to us in the instruction. She need, and then we are supposed to add the word not as understood earlier. She need not, used in the negative sense. She did not answer all the questions. She is not required to answer all the questions. As you see, the word her is given to us, therefore we require the pronoun she to begin, as we already have the word given to us, she need. She need not, we need to apply the word not. She need not answer all the questions. So in this manner, we have utilized the word she need along with the word not to show the negativity. Next one, number 5. I wish to know when they are coming. So to express a desire or a wish and the word given to us, begin with I should. Let's see how to write this. Fifth one, I wish to know when they are coming. So let us follow the instruction, beginning with the word I should. Let's write the answer. I should, and as you are expressing the desire or wish to know when they are arriving or coming, the answer would be written in this manner. I should like to know when they are coming. We'll have to modify the word and insert the word like. I should like to know when they are coming. The sixth one, the next one, number 6. He wishes to know what time he may call on you. Begin with the word he would. Let's write the question followed by the answer. He wishes to know what time he may call on you. The instruction is given. Begin with he would. Similarly, we had the fifth one. The same manner we will be writing over here, beginning with he would like to know what time he may call on you. Was quite similar to number 5. Now the seventh one. Is it necessary for you to work so late? Begin with the word need. So here we are asking a question that whether it was or whether it is required for someone to work so late. Or we need to ask the question beginning with the word need. Let us write the question followed by the answer. Is it necessary for you to work so late? Begin with the word need. Let's write the answer. You need not work so late. This would be the answer. Now let us see the framing of this answer. How has it happened, or why have we framed it in this manner? Is it necessary for you to work so late? We are asking a question, and we've been instructed to start with the word need. Need means either you are required or not required. And we understood that we are not supposed to change the meaning. And what is being said, is it necessary for you to work means you are asking, is it required for you to work so late? Therefore, you write the answer with the word need. You need not work so late. It means you are not required to work so late. Well, this was a question, and when we wrote the answer with the word need, we transformed it into a statement. Maybe this question might arise in your mind. So for this, I would like to ask you to look into the second sentence. Please close the window. It was a polite question, a statement. Then when we wrote the answer for that beginning with the word would, so we were asking a question over there. Similarly, when you transform that question into the answer with the word need, there we require to put it into a statement. So this is how we change it or transform it. Therefore, is it necessary for you to work so late? So we are asking a question. Is it required for you to work so late? Which is the meaning. Therefore, inserting the word need will satisfy our requirement. You need not work so late. You are not required to work so late. Although a question is being asked over here. Let us move ahead. Next one. Number 8. I promise to get you a new laptop if you do well in the board exam. And the word given in the bracket is shall. Let us write the question followed by the answer. Well, let us write the answer beginning with the word shall as instructed to us. To begin, we will be using the condition that is given to us. If you see, I promise to get you a laptop if you do well in the board exam. Well, in order to write the answer, it will be required for us to start with the condition. If you do well in the board examination, in that way we will be beginning our sentence in order to satisfy and use the answer. If you do well in the examination, I shall get you a new laptop. Let's write the answer. If you do well in the examination or in the board exam, well, this is an independent clause, a dependent clause, therefore we require to apply a comma over here. If you do well in the board exam, comma, then we write I shall. This is the place where you're using the word shall, which we are supposed to use in the sentence. If you do well in the board exam, I shall get you a new laptop. So you see, the word shall has been used to express the idea about promise, which we learned in the explanation part. If you do well in the board exam, I shall. Here shall means to make a promise. Definitely you are going to get it for the person or for that. You are talking about. I promise to get you a new laptop if you do well in the board exam. If you do well in the board exam, I shall get you a new laptop. The next one, number 9. He hasn't the courage to oppose his family, and in the bracket we have been given the word dare. Let's write the question followed by the answer. Let us use this. He hasn't the courage. It means he does not have that courage, he does not have that strength to oppose his family. Therefore, we will be using the word dare in order to replace the meaning of that word dare. He dare not. He should not take up this dare. He should not have that much of courage to oppose his family. So the answer stands like this. He dare not oppose his family. So in this way, we have used the word dare in the sentence to mean the same thing without changing its meaning. The next one and the last one. She was determined to have her own way. See the word determined, that is the meaning, and where we will be using the word would given to us in the bracket. She was determined to have her own way. Well, to write the answer, she would have chosen her own way. So when you are determined, you are choosing your own way. So we will be adding the word over here and writing like this. She would have chosen her own way. So in this manner, we will be writing the sentence. We need to make the necessary modification and changes when we formulate the sentence or the answer from the given meaning of the question. So she was determined, a strong determination. So here the word would is representing the determination vested inside the person or expressing the idea of determination as we learned in the explanation part. And would can be used for determination. So she would have, she was determined to have chosen her own way. So with this, we've completed the 10 sentences in exercise D, and we come to the end of this chapter or chapter end exercises. You can look into the Let's Talk section and read for yourself and try to understand the conversation between Aruna and Bani, which will help you to understand the concept about the auxiliary verbs or the model auxiliary verbs in a better way. All this for this lecture, for this chapter. Take care, goodbye and see you soon.